A political exit, but not thanks to an election. No, Sir Michael Fabricant has been booted from the Celebrity Big Brother house in the show's first vote. Not at the ballot boxes, of course, but via the telephones.
The former Conservative MP was evicted after failing to win viewer support, but in a video posted to X, he said the experience was completely different to what he had expected. And he seems pretty happy to be back in reality and in the pub. Let's watch.
Well, from the sublime to the ridiculous, I'm out of the Big Brother house and just loving it here, back in Lichfield. And I'm in the King's Head, where the Stavanger Regiment was formed, and I'm back in reality. Love Lich Vegas.
Back to Lich Vegas. Well, delighted to say that joining us from Lich Vegas, or Lichfield to you and me, is Sir Michael Fabricant. Michael, what a bizarre experience it must have been for you.
Yeah, and completely different from what I expected, because I really thought I would hate it and I would have to endure every single day. But in fact, there were such lovely people. I didn't get on with one or two, but the majority, 11 of them, I thought 10 of them were, hang on, there were 13 of us, including me, so that's 12. Yeah, so 10 of them I got on with really, really well.
Yeah, because, Sir Michael, we did see what happened with...
Just call me Michael, please.
Sorry.
Just call me Michael.
I'll call you Mike.
Can
I call you Mike? No, I'll call you Michael. That's better.
Yeah.
Michael.
Not Mickey, because that'll confuse with the other, with Mickey Rourke.
Oh, we don't want that. Yes, we don't want that. Michael, we did see there was a little bit of an altercation with a certain radio TV broadcaster, Trisha Goddard. I hope you don't mind if we just play the clip now. Or in a couple of seconds' time.
Jewish people, when they usually come to this country, believe, do in Rome as the Romans do. Do not come to this country if your aim is to change everybody to your way of thinking. There are other people...
Hang on.
There are... What?
Hang on. Are you slipping into Islamophobia? Because you're going to have a trouble.
Who has mentioned Islam?
I'm getting out of this one. Yeah, okay. It's getting dangerous.
Right, so Trisha Goddard there being the arbitrator of what you can and can't talk about. Also, you hadn't mentioned Islam.
No, I'd never generalise. I'm not so dumb and stupid to generalise about a whole country, although I did tweet, I do think French people are rude, but apart from that, I never generalise about
just
a nationality or a religion. And I was explaining, actually, that I'm from a Jewish background. The name Fabricant is a French name. I did a DNA test. I'm sort of North German, Southern Scandinavian, so I'm of immigrant stock, if you like. I think most Brits are. But, you know, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. And that's all I was saying. But, you know, I thought it was very bad, actually, that she did that. And I was really heartened that a number of Big Brother housemates, you know, came up to me afterwards and said, what was all that about? You know, because... although I will blame it on Chesney, because I was never going to talk about immigration at all. I was boring them all about HS2, and I don't think most of them knew what the hell it was. And then Chesney said to me, Chesney Hawkes, you know, the... oh, I won't sing his song. But anyway, Chesney was saying, go on, do immigration, so I did. And it was quite interesting. The Big Brother house, I could see there were quite a few people who might be Conservative or Reform voters, but there were a few who were not. Funnily enough, one of the lovely guys there is Danny, who, when he's not being Danny, is being a drag queen. And even though he's quite left-wing, he was saying to me, you know, that was out of order, the whole Trisha thing.
Oh, really? That is interesting. So almost everyone in the house was sort of saying, look, Michael, we just want to hear your point of view. And Trisha Goddard there was sort of snapping, calling you Islamophobic when you hadn't even mentioned Islam. Have you spoken to her? Did you speak to her after that peculiar interruption?
No, I didn't. I thought it's just not worth it. You know, I did speak to her afterwards, but not about that. I just thought it wasn't worth it. I just think she's the one, actually, who's prejudiced. And apparently, someone's told me since I've been out of the Big Brother house that when I did a whole preamble, because this was an exercise we were doing, I was told to give a speech. And someone told me that actually, when I said I was of Jewish background, to try and explain that I'm also an immigrant stock, if you like. Apparently she went, "Oi, why is he, Jewish?" So what? I don't know what the whole agenda there was about.
Oh dear, well it sounds like she was just trying to make a point, but I'm not sure to whom and why.
And what point it was,
I must
very
say,
odd.
We did also see a bit of an odd interrogation from Patsy Palmer, it was, over your hair. And it did look like you were quite uncomfortable, were you?
Yes, I don't like discussing my hair or anything else come to that, or my boobs, which are getting bigger as you get older. Fine pair,
we have seen you naked on the back of a bike, haven't we?
Yes, that was terrible. That was for charity, and that was filmed. I think it was actually broadcast in August, but it was filmed in March. So I was very, very white. I was very, very goose pimpled, and I'd stored up my fat over winter, so I was looking my absolute worst.
Michael, I have to say, I have to ask you this question. Have you seen that the interaction between you and Patsy Palmer has become a viral sound on TikTok, where people lip sync to what each of you say? And it's become quite a big meme.
Oh, no, because actually all MPs are banned from having on their phones TikTok in case China is breaking their way into our phones. So I don't actually have TikTok. I suppose I could load it now because I'm no longer an MP. I'm free, as The Who used to sing. But no, I haven't. It's the short answer to your question.
And just lastly, do you feel... how do you feel now? Are you a bit sad? I mean, it's not nice to be out first, is it? Do you feel like you were hard done by in any way?
No, I don't feel hard done by, but I do feel sad because, I mean, look, I knew as soon as I was nominated and I knew Mickey Rourke and the Corrie star Jack was there, I knew that, all the fans of Mickey Rourke and Coronation Street, would vote for them and not for me. So that I knew was going to happen. I would have liked to have done another week, although people say, you know what, Mike, you were very, very lovable on that. And it's getting more and more bitchy now in this next week. They're trying to cause conflict, so that's difficult. But yes, I was very sad because I really bonded with them. It was such a lovely experience. I really like them.
I don't suppose.
And I hope to see, by the way, Danny again. Even though every time he hugs me and kisses me, he says, "I can't believe I'm doing it to a Conservative or Tory."
Why do people do that? I don't suppose
Danny
you can tell us whether you get paid the same whichever week you're booted out.
Yeah, you get paid the same. But the interesting thing, by the way, is Mickey Rourke broke all the rules and was ejected. So I doubt whether he will get his...
I don't think he will. I don't think he will, actually. Yeah, I think I read that somewhere that he might get it cut
certainly in the contract.
I'm not sure if we should pry into what's in your contract. Are we breaking some rules here? I don't know. But Michael, before we let you go, is this just the first of more reality television? Perhaps has the jungle come calling? Have you dusted off your ice skates? I mean, what might be next?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You may know this, Tom, but I cannot stand eating offal. I don't touch kidneys, liver. So the idea of eating a kangaroo anus really does turn me off. But I don't know. I don't think I'll be offered anymore because I think once you've done something big like Big Brother, they don't offer you anything more. But look, I'm available for christenings, bar mitzvahs, all other events.
Good to know, Sir Michael Fabricant there. Thank you very much indeed for your time. Oh, there you go. I'm not sure if I'd fancy going into Big Brother house. I'm sure I'd stick my foot in it somehow.
Oh, yeah, who knows? But I would quite like to see Michael Fabricant on I'm a Celebrity.